Greetings and salutations, Pokemon trainers and enthusiasts of all kind. I am Steve-O.
And I am Laser Chicken.
And we are here to ask you one not-so-simple question. So you want to be the very best. Today, specifically what we'd like to share with you is some of the fantastic resources that are already available online to trainers around the world. As well as guide you through navigating some of the more questionable regions of the internet, what I like to call the dreaded troll country.
Troll country.
Troll country, it's not a pretty place.
No. They wouldn't call it troll country if it was.
True.
Unless they were trolling you.
I see what he did there.
Hopefully this video will prove useful to trainers both new and experienced alike. Any websites we cover we'll provide links to in the description below. And do be advised that these are but a small fraction of the wealth of information available online. Just like this series as a whole, this isn't meant to be comprehensive. It's just a good way to get you started. And if you have any preferred resources that you'd like to let us know about that we don't cover, let us know in the comments.
Down below, right there.
That's kind of weird.
That's a little weird.
You're pointing at your crotch while you say that.
Family's friendly show.
Not while I'm here.
This is why we can't have nice things.
I'm why we can't have nice
Just
things.
saying. Okay. So, put quite simply, there is a staggering amount of content online. I did a quick Google search and found over 8 million results from Pokemon resources. However, obviously with that much out there, that clearly means that not all of it is useful. There's a big difference between content and useful content. So with a game as long-running and with such a strong international fan base as Pokemon, it can be really easy to get lost in the noise. So without further ado, here are some of our top resources for all things Pokemon.
First up is Bulbapedia. This is an online wiki for everything you need to know about Pokemon. What level does Ghastly evolve? How do I get Bullet Punch on my Machamp? How many episodes of the television series did Chansey appear in? Where is that blasted Destiny Knot in Omega Ruby? All that can be found in a fairly easy-to-navigate wiki. Everything you need to know about a Pokemon is listed on their page, from base stats to what moves they learn and when, even egg groups and abilities. You can also find where Pokemon can be obtained in each game, the locations of every item, and the names of Pokemon in different languages. In particular, this website stands out because it presents only the raw facts about a Pokemon without commentary, making it an excellent resource for planning how to get your team together.
Next up in our list is Serabitnet, and in my humble opinion, this is the go-to site for all news Pokemon. Episode breakdowns, as they're being released in Japan, info on the next Pokemon game to come out, it can all be found here. Furthermore, the crew at Serabitnet are a very dependable and trustworthy lot, so if you are reading it there, you can take it to the Pokebank. Two sections within the site that I would like to draw specific attention to, because they have a very, very large amount of content, are their breakdown of every single Pokemon game ever made, and then their Pokemon of the Week series. Now, regarding their Pokemon game breakdown, they cover strategies, promo codes, release schedules. They even cover the Pokemon mobile games. They've got it all. And it is an extremely comprehensive and very useful tool for whatever game you are working on at the moment. Now, second is the Pokemon of the Week series, and they've been doing this for a few generations now. What they do in that is they cover pros, cons, the different builds across various formats for a variety of Pokemon, as well as how to defeat them, and it's all given in a very objective manner. I especially love that they cover Pokemon all across the spectrum, from legendaries to popular competitive Pokemon, stars from prior generations to the downright obscure. They're all covered, and they're all given equal effort and treatment. It is a great series to read and to get a very useful point of reference when trying to learn how to use a new Pokemon. I highly recommend you check it out.
The next one we want to discuss is arguably one of the biggest fan-made Pokemon competitive communities in the world. That is, of course, Smogon.com. They are an incredibly active community with articles covering a wide variety of aspects of competitive Pokemon battling, with strategies and movesets for nearly every Pokemon in the game. This is continuously updated as new strategies emerge or the battling environments change, and is extremely thorough and very specialized.
So I feel the need at this point to step in and give some disclaimers about the Smogon competitive scene. Specifically, in an effort to level the playing field of competitive battling, Smogon has put nearly every Pokemon into a tier based on how frequently they are used or how powerful they are perceived to be. The goal being to allow a format for nearly every Pokemon to be perceived as useful and have a place. Now, that being said, this can warp their strategy articles at times a little bit. Specifically, each article is being written with whatever tier that Pokemon is in mind. So the article on Hitmonchan, for example, only considers what it will face with other Pokemon in the same tier as Hitmonchan. Also, most battling done by Smogon is conducted via an online battle simulator called Pokemon Showdown. Now, we will discuss the simulator in a minute, but the important detail right now is that Pokemon Showdown allows the use of any Pokemon that could possibly be created, including past generations and moves that are no longer obtainable in the games. If you were to try and use that same Pokemon in your X and Y or Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire game, you may not be able to use them because it is something the Pokemon is no longer able to do. Now, this carries over into the Smogon Tactics articles, which give suggestions based on any Pokemon that could exist, not necessarily what you can get right now. Now, these aren't a bad thing, but they are something to keep in mind when you are reading through. Now, I want to make perfectly clear that from both of us, we love the Smogon community. We love what they do. They put in a lot of hard work. I mean, there is a reason we are recommending them after all. But especially as new battlers, you need to take their tactics suggestions with a grain of salt and always double check your team planning on something like Bulbapedia to ensure you can actually do what the article is suggesting in the current games. And ask yourself, when reading their content, if the suggested tactics would be ideal in a format where all Pokemon are usable.
Speaking of team planning, we would like to share a final resource that you will see quite a bit throughout the series, Pokemon Showdown. Showdown is, at its core, a Pokemon battle simulator, allowing you to assemble a team for a variety of formats in just a few minutes, and then test them out before you commit to the potentially time-consuming process of breeding and training your team in one of the games. The Team Builder function gives you an in-depth look at your Pokemon's stats, natures, and moves, formatted in an easy-to-use interface. When your team is finished, Showdown can verify its legality for your chosen format, anything from Smogon battle tiers to official Nintendo VGC rules.
So finally, we would like to take this moment and shamelessly direct you to our own neck of the woods, Team Rocket Go. Both of us are part of this fan community, myself being the water gym leader and Laser Chicken is part of the media team. At this point, there are thousands of members and it is a friendly and welcoming place to connect with other Pokemon fans. Additionally, we take a very team-oriented mindset and have a variety of things set up for our fellow Rockets, from dedicated breeding teams to help make your Pokemon a reality, contests and prizes, support groups, and even our very own gym leader system. You can check us out on Facebook and at the Team Rocket Go forums. They can be found along with links to all the other websites we've discussed in the description below. And it is a great group of people and one of the big reasons why we are as passionate about what we do and helping people as we are. So with that, we're signing off till our next installment. Until next time, may your repels never wear off.
And may the crits be ever in your favor!